on, interviewing some people already. And people are like, you should get Sierra on the podcast. So you're a welcome guest here. I started recording. Yeah.
I've never done a podcast before.
You've never done a podcast? Okay.
No.
So these are fun.
I don't know how it works.
I've never done a podcast either, but I just started one, so why not?
Okay.
The way this one starts, though, is you flip this hourglass.
Okay.
And then we begin the hour, the Dedlie hour.
Oh! I love it.
Oh, and make sure to speak directly into the mic.
Okay.
I've been getting a lot of complaints. Go for it.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. You sound great. You're used to the mic, yes?
Yes.
So, oh my God, how long has it been since we've, hung out? I think you came to a Mango Napalm show.
Yeah, that was
the last time we saw you.
It was the release show.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
That was in the summer. Well, and I know you have a new single coming out. I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
What is that one called again?
You look like my next ex.
You look like my next ex.
Yeah.
That's cute. It's very, what's the word? I'll think of it. It'll take 30 minutes, but I'll think of the word. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
So, geez, I like your shirt. It says,
Thanks.
I am sensitive.
Yeah, I'm very sensitive.
Why do you say that?
I'm just a highly sensitive person.
Do you think so?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is that why you write songs and stuff?
Yeah. I mean, that's a big part of it. Yeah. I need to get it out some way besides crying.
Yeah.
All the time.
Oh, dang. Well, let's talk about you and your childhood.
Oh.
Did you have a good childhood?
Oh my God, this is getting really deep. Jeez.
No, I'm just curious. I mean, you're wearing a shirt that says I'm sensitive. You're a musician. I write music, and that's sort of my outlet to sort of let out a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you too. So
yeah,
I automatically think, okay, messed up childhood, right?
Yeah.
Really?
For sure.
Oh, wow.
This is so funny because I just entered this, it's like a new TV show on NBC, and it's for songwriters.
Ooh.
It's like The Voice, but for songwriters.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I never wanted to join. I never was into The Voice or American Idol or whatever, because I'm that's not what I do. I'm a songwriter. And through that process, I had to dive in deep and tell them all about my childhood and stuff, because
really?
that's what they want to hear.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, when I was with my mom until I was 5 years old, and that was great. I love my mom; she's the best. And then I had to go move in with my dad, and my dad married this lady who ended up being my stepmother.
Sure.
And it was really a Cinderella type of situation. She was evil stepmother, for the lack of the better term.
Yeah.
And everything.
You were 6? Right?
Yeah, I was 6, and I lived with them from when I was 6 until I was in the end of the 7th grade.
Was Cinderella your favorite movie?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
What is your favorite Disney movie? Side topic.
Ooh. I love The Lion King.
Oh yeah. The Renaissance.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
It's my favorite. Aladdin, actually.
Aladdin. I love Aladdin.
Yeah.
And Little Mermaid.
So good.
Yeah. I think those are the ones.
Yeah, the Renaissance. You're a lot younger than me, I think, right?
27.
Maybe? You're 27?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm 33 now.
Dang.
God, we're so much older now. We've known each other for a long
time.
Oh,
right when I moved to LA.
Yeah,
you were one of the first people I met.
When did you move to LA?
In 2014, I think.
God. Oh, yes. Twisted Black Soul started in 2013, so...
Yeah, I think 2013, 2014, it was at the end of 2013,
my God.
something around there.
It's actually the 5-year anniversary for Twisted Black Soul.
There we go. I've been in LA
Halloween.
for 5 years.
Yeah, wow. Oh, my God. Let's go back then. So you had a Cinderella... This kind of story growing up. How many years were you in that household?
A long time. From when I was 6 years old to 7th grade, so I was probably like 12 or
Yeah,
12.
yeah, 12.
Yeah.
This is in Arizona?
This was in Orange County.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah,
You went
so
to Arizona for college?
I went to Arizona after I got to talk to a therapist when I was in 7th grade and told the therapist I wanted to move with my mom.
Yeah.
And I was
And
like,
your mom was in Arizona.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I moved in with my mom
I see.
when I was
you're an
13.
Orange County girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Orange County. I have family in Orange
Oh,
County.
okay. So I lived in Costa Mesa,
Oh, okay.
and I went to this school called the Waldorf School. Have you heard of those?
No.
It's like Rudolf Steiner based, but it's like learning at your own pace type of school.
Oh, okay.
It's very like hippie. Like we had Mayfairs
Yeah,
and
yeah,
dance
yeah.
around the maypole and stuff like
no
that.
way.
Yeah, but I, I was very behind in like arithmetic and
Oh,
reading.
sure,
I didn't learn how to read until I was in 3rd grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like that put me like very like behind like when I went to normal school. I went to art schools my whole life, but
Yeah.
yeah, and it was very hard to like learn how to socialize after that too because you're with the same kids from like 1st through 8th grade.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Well, yeah, that was me, too. I mean, I
Yeah.
was in Catholic school for the same kids.
Oh.
1st to 8th grade. There was only like 30 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah, I guess it's none of those people were my friends. None of them. It was terrible. But who were my friends were my cousins, and they we all like around like 12 or maybe even younger, like 10 or 11, really got into Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh yeah.
And that was sort of our path into music.
Oh,
And
okay.
stuff. Well, like my dad always listened to like rock and roll, Rush and
Yeah.
all the stuff that was on the radio, or that's now 95.5
Right.
KLOS. And my mom would listen to a lot of classical music, but it wasn't until I found my own music, which was Weird Al. So you were like a artsy kid and like
Yeah.
going to art classes and or
Oh,
art
yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Is that where you sort of discovered music?
Man, you know what? I think I knew I wanted to be a singer when Baby One More Time came out.
Oh,
by
really?
Britney Spears.
Oh,
Like
what year is that? 97?
1998.
1998. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
And I think I was living with my mom still at that point.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But yeah, when that came out, I was like, this is what I want to do.
No way.
I was like in love with her.
Oh, wow.
And she's still like my favorite.
And but she doesn't write her music, right?
No.
Yeah.
So
You didn't know that.
I didn't know. Well, I didn't really like pay attention to that
Sure.
at that young age. But when I was probably like a little older, and when Michelle Branch came out, I learned like she wrote her songs,
Right.
and she was like a huge influence on me. And
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, like I can write my own songs.
Yeah.
Like that's how I can put music out.
Yeah.
So after like
Ah.
I like was a fan of Michelle Branch and I like heard her music, I started writing. It's probably like 12.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
What was your first song about? If you remember.
Oh man, like my first one, I'm sure. Like, oh my gosh. So I wrote this song with my friend. I don't know how old we were, but it was like, I'm a super girl, I rock the world, I'm different, and no one can stop me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
it's pretty poppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like I think one of the first songs I wrote, and then of course like what happened, like really what like made me start writing songs was I was blamed like for almost everything growing up with my stepmom and my dad. Like she would do things and blame them on me.
Oh my
And
God.
it was very, very hard. And I would write about everything in my diary.
Yeah.
And like all the things I would go through and how like hurt and upset I was all the time, but I wasn't allowed to show emotion.
Yeah.
So I would, I'd write in my diary as like an escape. And then my stepmom like went through my diary.
Oh no.
Yeah, and after that, I was like, I can't even like write in a diary because
Yeah.
she's gonna see everything. It had a lock on it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are they still married?
No.
Oh, okay. They
Yeah.
got
No.
divorced.
No. She cheated on my dad, and then
Okay.
they got divorced. Thank
Were
God.
you like, yes?
Yeah.
Is he married now to someone
Yeah,
cooler?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
his story ended up, it came a happy ending.
Yeah,
later on.
yeah.
Okay, what's happening? Where's this woman now? Or do you know?
I think she's
Keep
in love.
tabs?
Well, it's like hard because there's still a little bit of connection because I have a half sister,
Oh.
and that's
Okay.
that's her mom.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
All I know is like she just started going to college, and all I know is like she could not wait to get out of that house.
Yeah. Oh, so she's a lot younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess so. You would be.
She's 9 years younger.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. That's like a whole, almost a decade.
Yeah.
Another generation, sort of. I guess.
Yeah.
Does she like dab and stuff?
Does she like what?
Dab, you know?
Dab?
Like dab. And
Oh,
do
dab,
those,
the
do
dancing.
Those dances?
I don't know. She's like kind of Christian, so
Oh, okay. It just
that's what she's into.
It's so weird getting older and being in your 30s and then just like watching kids do
Oh,
like
yeah.
these weird dances and then just remembering how like adults would think that like what we did when we were younger
Weird.
was so weird, and now I see that I'm like, this is so odd. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's all just this. It's
Yeah.
the worst.
Yeah. I tried to learn that like
Yeah.
whatever that flossing
Whatever
one
that's
is.
called, yeah.
I couldn't do it.
I never even attempted. It just looks so dumb. I couldn't do it. But then I guess I was like, the Macarena always looked dumb to me, and like that was like, like a weak
That was what we
thing.
did.
That was what we did. But like, I feel like that flop dance will continue on. I feel
Yeah.
like that's just part of what dancing is now.
Oh yeah. It's kind of cool.
Until like 15 years later,
Yeah.
where somebody else does something, and then that'll be the thing.
Yeah.
God, getting older. Anyway, so we've known each other a long time, 5 years, like we said. So you're in Sierra and the Radicals,
Yeah.
and I can't remember how we met. I have this theory, or not theory. Did we meet at that place in Santa Monica?
Yeah.
What is it?
Trip.
That's right. Trip in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Vincent was there?
Yeah.
Vincent, I think, you were playing, or
I
DI
was
was playing? You were playing.
I was playing. I think Kathleen was playing.
Oh, Kathleen. Oh, so we all met each other at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I know the boys were there, and then
Yep.
you went to go talk to the boys of Decision Incision.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you guys were in a band.
Yeah.
With Wesley.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Yeah. And then we rented the Twisted Black Soul guys, me, Ismail, and Eladio. I'm just telling the folks that there's like everybody we know listens to this, and then like maybe 2 people that don't. So this is for the 2 people that don't.
Okay.
So we got a house, and then you would be over at the house all the time rehearsing. And it was really fun. We go see your guys' shows, and
Yeah.
we don't go many as much now because we're in like 3, or I'm in 3 bands now.
Oh my gosh.
And I rehearse Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And I have shows on either Fridays or Saturdays.
Wow.
It's a goddamn trip.
Yeah.
It's
But you're
goddamn-
doing what you love.
I'm doing it. Yeah, it's crazy. Although, I mean, I love it, but man.
You got to keep the balance.
Some of the people in the band, like Ismail. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm joking. What was I gonna tell you? So, but yeah, you're still with the Radicals. You got some new members. Although these members have been in it for a while now.
3 years.
3 years. Okay.
Yeah.
And who are they? You have your drummer who I've met.
Yeah, Josh, and
Josh,
then the guitarist Alex.
Guitarist Alex.
That's it.
And then and then like your bassist like always change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you
Now
have Wesley.
Now I don't even bother getting a bassist.
Oh, really?
We just use tracks live. I'm over
You're
it.
like, yeah,
I'm over it.
It's kind of like the drummer in Spinal Tap. It's just like you have like a new one every year.
Yeah.
Because I think I remember going to one show and then a couple months later going to the next show and it's a completely different bassist.
They were all like work for hires, you know?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So now I don't have to like hire somebody. It's just in the tracks.
Yeah, that's cool.
Until we're making more money, then I can hire like a bassist.
How'd you meet Wesley?
How to meet Wesley?
Yeah. I know you told me this, or he told me this story, but I can't remember.
I can't remember. I think I like was just having like rehearsals, like who wants to be in my band, and he saw my ad on Craigslist or something,
really?
and it was something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I play bass.
Yeah.
He was really fun. It was weird because, like, I remember when we first seen you guys, he did not take it seriously. Like, he'd, like, fuck up and, like, he just, like,
Yeah.
he just kind of, like, be more plain.
It's funny because like yeah, there's like a lot of things that he like wasn't very good at.
I wonder if he'll ever listen to this. Who
I
cares?
hope not. Probably not. But it's funny because like even my guitar player now is like he's like real professional. He's played with Justin Bieber and like he MDs for like a lot of artists and
what does
stuff.
MD mean?
Music director.
Oh, okay.
So he runs the tracks and.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing. But he does for a lot of like pop artists.
I see.
But he was like, Wesley's playing the wrong notes in these songs. And then what was funny was then he like, you know, he just like was like, I'm not gonna be in the band anymore. I'm gonna join another band.
Yeah.
And they're like they tour and
tour,
stuff, and I'm like, how is he getting away doing that? Like,
yeah. No, I know.
But maybe he just, I think he practiced like a lot.
Right. Well, he was like, oh, these guys, I don't know. Because I remember it was only the first few shows where he was just kind of silly and kind of like not playing the right keys. But then after a while, as you guys
he got it.
grew and got tighter, like you guys got a lot better.
Yeah.
All together as a whole. And some of those songs are... I still remember them.
We still play some of them.
Still play some of them, yeah. But you guys changed them a bit, no?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah. And what was I gonna say? What are you playing next?
I don't know.
Oh, you guys don't have any book?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have a release for the single coming out. So that's like the main one, January 11th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Any plans on touring or anything like that in the future?
We're actually like not this weekend, but the next weekend, we're going to this like convention thing to see if we can tour around like colleges, like around like all the colleges on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And they pay like really well and stuff. So
that'll be really fun.
We're just gonna see how that goes and like if they hire us and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I think there's with everything there's politics.
Sure.
You know, like people who are have like big managers or agents and stuff like have so much more of a chance.
Oh yeah, or someone's some mom wants a kid to like play it.
Yeah,
they'll
basically
rather take
if you
your
have
spot.
money.
Yeah, true. Jeez. But I don't know. It's such a weird business that we're in. And also it's just like it's weird. It's weird getting people to shows and drawing a crowd, and then like part of it is like the promoters, like their name is a promoter and they're supposed to promote, but
they don't.
And
they're dicks.
And they expect you to like bring like the whole crowd. It's like, look,
and then they take more than half the money.
Yeah. See, like look
that
how
you
good
bring
of a job I did. Yeah, exactly.
It's not okay.
It's weird.
It needs to change.
Yeah, let's start a union.
Yeah.
Call it the I don't know, musicians who want better promoters in the clubs that we play at.
Yeah. Musicians who don't want to get screwed over.
Musicians who don't want to get screwed over. Wait, let's go back to hold on a second. You're on a show now? Or you're gonna be on a show, a songwriter show?
I don't know. I just submitted for it.
Oh, you just submitted for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
on
hope.
NBC. That'd be cool if you got on.
Yeah, but it sucked because the 2 songs I wanted to submit, I couldn't because they're signed to publishers.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, which is great. Like.
Yeah.
But they were like, you can't submit songs that are signed to publishers. So I was like,
oh shoot.
Dang. Yeah.
So you got some songs. You got a lot of songs. You get be like, all right, fine, not these 2. I'll do these 2 then.
Yeah, I mean that's what I did. But I'm like, dang, I can't, because I know
Oh, you know
my
those
best songs.
Yeah.
Like You Look Like My Next Ex is, I think, like one of the best songs I've ever written.
Oh, nice.
For sure.
Yeah, it sounds. It's such a. God, I can't think of the word. It's in my head, but it's this. It definitely has this attitude of just like, yeah, whatever, fuck this,
Definitely.
kind of thing. It's cool. Rock and roll.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pop song, but it
Sure.
it definitely, you can hear that it's like I grew up on like Panic at the Disco and Paramore and Taking Back Sunday. Like,
I never listened to any of that
really?
stuff. No,
Oh,
none of it. None of it.
man.
It's funny. I'll tell people
I
like
love pop punk.
I'm in TBS, and they're all like, "Take It Back Sunday," and I'm like, "No, Twisted Black Soul, fool." And yeah, I never listened to any of that. Never got around to that. Yeah, not really. Pop punk was never really my thing. I'm more into like the experimental rock and roll sort
Like
of
what?
stuff.
Like name an artist.
Like Twisted Black Soul, of course, the best fucking experimental band out there. No, I like Mr. Bungle. I like, let's see, I don't know if any of you've heard Phantomus, which is kind of similar.
No,
Boredoms.
I don't know any of this.
Melt Banana is really good. Melt Banana is from Japan, and they're crazy. Yeah, Boredoms is also Japanese. What is the other band? Cardiacs. Cardiacs are really good. Yeah. Although I listen to like Queens of the Stone Age. You know who Queens of the
Okay, I
Stone
know
Age
who
is.
Queens of the Stone
Yeah.
Age is. Yeah.
But they're not experimental. But I really
No.
like them a lot. And who else do I like? Do I have bands up there? No, I don't. I like the Black Heartthrobs. They're not experimental.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I like them.
We all love them.
Yeah. I actually just interviewed David Benitez.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was fun doing that one. So, but you also, so you're like an extra, right? Or what do you do for a living? Or no, you're a stand-in?
Stand-in and photo double. And I actually
double, yeah.
just started doing stunts, too.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
What kind of stunts? Like,
I'm only taking easy ones because I don't want to hurt myself. But
yeah,
I did.
you got to protect your hands.
Yeah.
You play
I got to
guitar.
protect my head.
Well, yeah, sure.
The first one I did, I just had to trip.
Uh-huh.
And then they didn't even end up doing it, but I got paid for it, and I still get residuals for it. It was on a
Nice.
Disney Channel show.
Oh, really?
And then this one I did recently, I just had to ride in an RV that was going really fast.
And you were like, okay, do you get extra money for that? For the stunts? If
It's good money.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
cool.
good money.
Yeah, because I was going to say, it's like your life is... Wait, what are you... what's the most you would do? Like, would you fall out of a plane?
No.
You want to do that?
No.
That people do it every day, though.
I don't know. Maybe.
What about swimming with, like, sharks or something?
No.
You want to do that?
No.
If they were, like, you know...
If they were all trained and so good, then yeah, yeah.
Okay. 'Cause-
And I guess I'd fall out of a plane too. It's a free skydiving lesson.
Yeah.
I just worry because I'm like, I hope nobody in the industry hears this. But I'm not really like trained like to do stunt work.
Yeah.
I just got in because like I'm so petite and I look like a kid.
Yeah.
So like, you know, they don't have very many people, but usually like kid stunts are really easy.
Right.
Like all I have
Like
to do is
tripping.
like fall or
Right.
run or like climb up a
Yeah, exactly.
ladder.
And they can't make kids do that.
Nope.
Oh, so that's kind of perfect then
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are, how tall are you?
4'10".
4'10".
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, and I'm like 6'5", so we look like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I remember taking pictures with you.
Yeah.
We'd go to shows and it'd be such a drastic.
Such a difference.
Yeah, such a difference. Well, how you doing, these days? Let's catch up. What's been going on?
I'm good.
Anything? You still dating that guy?
Yeah, Sean
Sean?
Hawkins.
Okay. Didn't have to say his name, but...
I just love his name.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah. It sounds like a movie star name.
Sean Hawkins.
Sean Hawkins.
In Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah.
Wait, that already is the name of the movie.
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite movies.
Sean Hawkins in The Road to Perdition. Fuck, that's also a name. I'll think of a fake name in a second.
I mean, he's an actor. I could give you real names.
Is he in
Yeah.
Is he in stuff?
Well, they haven't released. Well, he's been in like a few things that have been released, like a TV show on Lifetime, and then like a bunch of commercials, and then he has 2 like lead features that are coming out in the spring, but doing the circuit festival.
Okay, cool.
He was a lead in those. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Very cool. Sean Hawkins in The Door to Your Left. There we go.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, that sounds scary. You were in a Ouija.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one?
Yeah.
Because there's 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I actually worked on the second one too, and I was in the second one, but they cut out my scene.
Oh, jerks. Well, that
I
happens.
know. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, there's been movies with like a whole character just completely taken out.
Mm-hmm.
Like what was that one movie? I can't think of it. But it's I think it was like some Marvel movie, and they had like Rosario Dawson or somebody like that was like like somebody's love interest. They just completely cut her out of the movie. Like,
Happens all the time. It's so sad. That's why you can never tell people about anything, because you never know what's gonna happen.
Hey, I'm gonna be in this movie, unless you're like James Bond. You're pretty sure. That
if you're like a lead of something.
Yeah.
Actually, you never know though. Because it's happened to my friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's happened to my friends. Like, they have a lead in a part, and then like a big name actor comes in and says, "Oh, I want to do this part." Oh. And then of course they're gonna take the name actor.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well,
isn't that sad?
That is.
Yeah.
It's business. That's how
business. Yeah.
It's business, though. Yeah. Wow. Jeez. Oh, I was gonna say. So that's your grind right now.
Yeah.
Is filming? Are the hours tough?
Yeah.
Still, right?
Oh yeah.
You have a day off today?
Well, yeah, today. I actually I got sunstroke on Sunday, and
what does that mean?
I fainted.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
no. I just got too much sun, and I wasn't hydrated enough, and so I kind of was sick yesterday, so I just called into work today.
Nice.
That's why I have the day off. I also have a session later tonight of writing. Okay. So,
cool.
So I was like, I don't want to not go to the session too. So.
Yeah. Well, take it easy today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gee, what were you doing on Sunday?
I was apple picking.
Oh.
In Yucapa. It's like 2 hours away.
Okay. North or south? Probably north.
I think it's south.
It's south? Okay.
Mm-hmm. But the elevation's higher.
Yucapa.
There. Yeah. It's the only climate in California where apples can grow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Don't apples come from like
trees?
From trees, yeah. No, from like a random country in Eastern Europe. Yeah, like I think it's like Kazakhstan. I think all apples come from Kazakhstan. Like all original apples, and then they, eventually when they were moving them and planting them. But yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So Johnny Appleseed, was he roaming around there?
No, I think wherever he got them from, he was the one that kind of planted it in America. That's why we have apples in America is because of
Johnny Appleseed.
Johnny Appleseed, yeah. But I think he's fake. No?
I think he's fake. Yeah.
Okay. But I think that comes from the story that there used to not be any apples here.
Got it.
I'm sure there was like somebody that was like a Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah.
What was I going to ask you? Oh yeah, so the hours. So I used to work in the industry, and I fucking hated it. Yeah. But then again, I didn't have a car at the time too, so I took the bus.
Oh no! And then the location's always changing.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, I worked in softcore porn, so it was always at somebody's house. Okay. And then only a few times was it at a cemetery, because they did some scenes there. Okay. And then. Like they do the day for night shots there, and then like when things would get really crazy, we just go back to that house and shoot in the backyard.
Oh my gosh!
And the camera would just be on top.
Oh my gosh!
Movie magic.
So the hours were crazy for that too, like 12-hour plus days.
14, 15 hours.
That's normal.
Because it was softcore, so it wasn't like just straight up porn.
Oh, okay.
And it was all stuff that they would show on Skinamax. So there was actual scenes and dialogue.
And, okay. Yeah, that of
stuff
course.
like that, and then it's just like rated R sex scenes basically, but a lot more than your average rated R movie.
Do those actors get like time to memorize the lines and stuff, or do they just get the lines that day?
So no, they get a full script. But I remember some of the actresses were really professional. There was one, like the star, she was kind of like famous to her name, her fake porn name was Misty Monday. And she would, super pro, really nice, knew all her lines when she came in. The other girls, though, sometimes they would hire strippers, you know, or that was like kind of their day job. They weren't really like porn stars. I remember these two. They were sisters, and they were strippers, and they were like just very crazy. And I think they did a lot of drugs at the time because like I remember one of them was just like. They would always be clothed right after the sex scene and on a robe. And this one girl's like, I don't care. Like, I just want to be naked. Just like run around like, the house all naked and be like, okay, what is going on with her? Like, she's obviously on something. She just like run around and interrupt scenes. It was embarrassing.
Oh my God.
So they fired her.
Yeah, good.
Because she couldn't handle it. Yeah, she was one of the sisters. And then they hired somebody else next day.
Yep,
no
that's
problem.
what happens.
No problem.
You got to be professional and you got to be kind.
And that's when I discovered I went to film school and this was like my first big film that I'm working on. And I don't know why, maybe ignorance, but I just had no respect for makeup artists. Because I was like, oh, girls can do their own makeup, whatever. And then, oh my God, these women would night and day. Like, they'd be your typical woman and then they'd be like glam models.
Yeah.
Immediately after the makeup room. I was like, this makeup artist is a magician.
Yeah.
It was fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really powerful what you can do with
it's all of the positions are all really, really hard jobs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, what do you think about craft services?
Well, they have to.
I guess they have to feed everybody,
get up
get the
early,
budget, get all the items.
They have to be there all day still.
That's true. That was my favorite. I loved getting craft services.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Have you done any other jobs in the film industry besides
acting, stand-in, photo double, stunts?
What have you acted in?
Ouija, of course. I did this thing on Hulu for Halloween. I was a demon girl again.
Why do people want to hire you as a demon?
I don't know. That's just my niche. I just did this other short film as a teenager. Yeah, I mean it's mostly like, and then a web series where I was like Tinkerbell.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Weren't you like an elf?
Oh yeah, commercials.
Oh, that was
Yeah. I've done 2 commercials where I was an elf. Yeah.
I just remember the Instagram.
Yeah.
Pictures. It was like you and 3 other gals, right?
Yeah.
Those elves.
Yeah.
It's always around Christmas time.
Yeah.
Obviously. Oh, but you shot it in September or something.
Oh yeah, it was in the summer we shot
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting ready for winter. Anything lined up in the future? Future acting?
No, not yet. I've just been going on auditions and getting callbacks and then auditions chemistry reads, but then I don't, still haven't booked.
That's the life though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you when you go into those audition rooms, there are women that look exactly like you? Is that still a thing?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it depends on the audition,
right.
But yeah, sometimes you go into a room and everybody look because that's what they want. They want somebody who looks like a specific way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so odd. I've auditioned for things only because people ask me to. Hey, we need someone for this. Can you, do you just want to audition? And I've never had that experience, but I've heard that you can walk in and it's a little weird because everyone looks the same. So odd. Yeah, it's a freaking grind. Going to audition, they judge you.
Yeah, I hate going in auditions. Yeah. It's the worst.
I used to be an actor in high school, and I would never audition well, but I could act real well. That was my thing. Because it's It's
totally different.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Yeah,
I feel like I always... Because I'm always, nervous in auditions.
Yeah.
But when I'm on set, I'm just this is my job. I have to do this.
Right.
Yeah. And you get so into it.
Right. Yeah, you get to be in character and everything.
Yeah. But you have that comfort of knowing, okay, I'm not trying to get anything. I already have it.
Yeah.
If only I had that attitude... in audition rooms, I try, but...
I know. Yeah, they're grueling. What, were you in any plays? I'm sure you were in high school.
Yeah, in high school and college.
What'd you play?
Mostly, musicals.
Oh, okay. And you sing too, obviously?
Hobby.
Okay.
And dance.
Oh, and dance, sing
Yeah.
and dance. Look at
Yeah.
you. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were you in?
We did. One was like a student written, and then one was like written by the high school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody would know them. And then, oh my gosh, like almost all the musicals I did were like written by like somebody at the
Originals?
school. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's kind of amazing, actually.
Yeah, I can't think of. I mean, I'm sure I can. I did Guys and Dolls, but just like a scene from Guys and Dolls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you take acting classes?
Not really.
You never had I remember I took an acting class once, and they made you like 1 week. You were like, okay, come up with like an animal and do all the mannerisms for an animal, and then that was what you did. And then they're like, all right, find somebody that you find very interesting and just mock them this next week, and then we do that the next week. And then it was like, all right, we're all just gonna sit Indian style in a circle and just like listen to this music, and whatever comes up, just fucking do it.
Just do it.
And
Yeah.
it's such like the hippiest.
I know. I kind of feel like a little like, I haven't really done acting classes, but I did improv.
Oh, really?
When I moved to LA.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I
How
did
was
improv.
that like?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard,
Yeah.
but it's
Yes,
fun.
and.
Yeah,
Right? That's
yeah.
all I know.
And then it helps like in everyday situations. You just have to think on your feet. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope
Yeah.
the mic caught my snaps.
Yeah, good job there. So you're singing and dancing. You don't do any dancing, though.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
No.
What
But I'm
about
actually going to be dancing in the You Look Like My Next Ex music video.
Oh, really? Is that already filmed?
No.
Did you guys...
It's in the works.
Why can't I think of your other music videos? You have other music videos,
Yeah,
right?
Calamity just came out.
Okay.
That's
What are some other ones?
Hollywood Hustle, Line in the Sand.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, Line in the Sand. Yeah, that's the one I remember. What was the one that just came out?
Calamity.
Calamity. What is that one about? I'll watch it after this.
Well, the music video is just like my friend's ink art projected on me. It's more of like an artsy thing.
I'm sure you posted on Instagram about it, right?
Yeah, it was all over the place.
I don't remember seeing it, or maybe I do.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that's
Those
weird.
fucking algorithms.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so over it.
I am seeing the latest one. With,
Okay, good.
You look like my future ex.
My next ex.
You look like my next ex. I've been seeing that actually for sure. So I was like, oh, cool. Like that looks fun. When's the music video dropping?
The same day, January 11th.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
I miss making music videos. We really got to work on a music video.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are so fun. So Calamity, it's just you and like
just me.
And then they're projecting like ink stuff on you. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. A lot of people liked it.
Yeah.
It's very different. No one's done it before.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
I will definitely check it out. I love music videos. And I don't know. It's such a great. It's like my favorite mix because I love.
Me too.
I love filmmaking and I love music, and it's like what else is better?
Yeah, it all comes together.
Yeah. What were some of your favorite music videos as a youngin?
I really liked Panic at the Disco music videos.
Why was that? Who's Panic at the Disco?
What?
I don't know.
Brandon Urie?
No.
Okay.
No idea.
What's the? I'm trying to think of the like popular thing.
Just thinking. Just looking out.
I Write Sins Not Tragedies. No.
No.
I'm sure if I could remember it right now, I would sing it and you would know it, but I don't know.
What it's funny because I know Taking Back Sunday because I was in a band where that was like the guy's favorite band, but Panic at the Disco, like the name sounds familiar because it is such a.
So they just had, they came out when I was like in high school, and that was a really popular album, and then they just came out with a new album that was like #1 on Billboard.
Oh, well, look at that.
Yeah.
Panic at the, they're still doing it, huh?
Yeah, and I actually worked with the writer who wrote for that album and like a lot of his other albums.
Oh, really? What, doing what?
Yeah. I just came in and did backing vocals for a project he was working on.
Oh, nice.
But it was really cool that I got to see his studio.
Yeah.
He had like gold records everywhere from like Katy Perry, My Chemical Romance, of course, Panic at the Disco, Fitz and the Tantrums, bunch of those.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of My Chemical Romance, but I love the
Me
name.
neither. Yeah.
It's such a good name. Well, very cool. Are you reading anything these days?
I just started a book last night, but I got like 3 pages in.
Well, what are you reading?
Oh my God, I forgot what it's called. Wait. It's like On the Road, something with the road. Hold on.
What is that in your... Well, find the book, but I gotta ask you what's that dollar is.
Okay, so that's actually from another book I was reading. I love self-help books.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, okay, the book is called The Simple Road. But anyway.
The Simple Road.
Yeah.
What's that about?
It's about like it combines like a bunch of different religions, and it's just like saying how like important like meditation is, and how knowing yourself is like so important, and just how you can like kind of become like the best version of yourself. Yeah. It's kind of like that.
You feel like you know yourself?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
I got a tattoo when I was 19, and it's says "Know thyself" in Greek.
Where does that come from?
What?
That saying.
Know thyself?
Yeah.
Socrates.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we were talking about it at work actually, and someone was like, "Wasn't it Shakespeare?" We're like,
"It's not Shakespeare."
Okay, yeah. I was like, "It's like a philosopher, I think," and I was right.
Yeah.
Socrates. Okay. Where do you have that tattoo?
It's on the arch of my foot.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
That's cool because I still feel like I don't know myself fully. Like I do and I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
I mean, all of us are learning all the time, and it's constantly changing. It's always changing.
Is it?
Yeah.
I guess so. I don't know. I get down on myself sometimes.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
I was crying this morning.
What?
I cry a lot.
What were you crying about?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
You just needed the emotions to come out.
Yeah. That's why I put on the shirt today. I was like, I'm feeling extra highly sensitive than I normally do. But yeah.
That's a cute shirt.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's funny because it's very girly. There's like flowers all around it.
It's definitely like for girls.
It's neon, which oh no, I had it around here somewhere. I have a black heartthrob shirt that's that exact color.
Oh, I do too. It's the blue one.
Yeah, the blue one.
Yeah, I wear that. That's like my airport shirt.
Why?
Because it's really comfortable.
Yeah,
and it's like cute too.
Yeah, it's
like,
really comfortable.
Yeah.
So you just cry sometimes. Do you ever just like play music to like? I mean, what am I trying to say? When you're feeling that, when you're like in those kind of emotions, do you just like cry and let it happen? Or are you just like, oh, I'm feeling all this stuff. This is a good time to write something.
Yeah. It depends. Okay. It depends. Sometimes I just have to sit in it.
Right.
And sometimes
That's healthy,
I have to write. Yeah.
From what I understand. Yeah. Good for you. Do you have anybody you can like talk to about stuff?
I mean, my boyfriend's like amazing. Yeah. I had a panic attack last night actually. And
oh, jeez.
God, I'm like a mess right now. But he was like, I've never had somebody like handle that as well as he did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's a great person. I have a great support system around me, my family, my friends, and then therapy.
Does your mom still live in Arizona?
Yeah.
Okay. You go visit her.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
I just saw her.
Yeah.
Recently.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I going to ask you?
You were going to ask me about the dollar in my wallet.
Yeah, what is up with that?
Okay. So I was reading this book, and it's just like about, it's called The Magic.
Uh-huh. Ooh.
And you can see all the scribble, and then I have this little note too. And it's just like saying like how you can better your life and be thankful every single day for every little thing. And even if things are like going really bad, there's something to be thankful about.
Sure.
And every day there's like an activity.
Yeah.
So that day,
Uh-huh.
there was a chapter on like money
Yeah.
and like sometimes it sucks because like we don't have money.
Right.
But the best thing to do is like say like I'm so thankful for all the money like I have received throughout my life. And if
Yeah.
you think about it, like, oh my gosh, our parents have given us like so much.
So much, yeah.
So much. So getting in that attitude instead of being in the attitude of like, this sucks, I have no money, you know, being in just
Right,
the
right.
thankful, I think
Yeah,
brings
gratitude.
brings more.
Yeah. Thank you for all the money. It says here on this dollar bill, thank you for all the money I have been given throughout my life.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah. And this one says, I keep them in my wallet so I can see them every day.
Yeah.
This one says, or you can read it.
This one says, the gift of health is keeping me alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you have nothing to be thankful about, at least you're
Fall
alive.
Fall back to, just good old
Yeah.
feeling alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have, I mean, I've come, I don't have therapy, but I have this, men's team. Well, I'm sure
I've heard it.
told you about. Yeah. That's, I mean, well, if we can talk about this kind of, I'll come back to this. But you actually asked, Ismail and Eladio to leave your band. You fired them basically. Yeah. I think we're all over it now. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I remember actually being at a concert too when it happened. I was seeing Secret Chiefs 3, another great experimental band, and then I got the text saying Sierra fired us.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh snap. But Ismail was a bit of an alcoholic.
It was too much.
It was crazy. And we've talked about this, and I'll have him on again because I had him on as a second episode, and I was really high as fuck. And it was just, I felt, he was great, but I was just like, I kept forgetting things. I was like, so anyway, so going back to that men's team, I had to bring him. Because I was going to also like kick him out of Twisted Black Soul. But I was like, look, you got to come to this thing, and he had kind of hit rock bottom with something that was going on in his life. And he really delved into it. Now he's been sober.
I know.
For many years. Oh, it's really cool. It's great. And so, so I just, that's what really kind of keeps me sane are those, we meet once a week.
Yeah.
And just, it's just a bunch of men talking about manly stuff. Not really. I mean, yes, really, but like in the way that men can, and we can kind of just share with ourselves, kind of like a gang, but more positive. I like it, and then we're all about honor and dignity and all that sort of stuff that I feel like is kind of lost a bit in this day and age, especially in all the Me Too stuff. If those guys had just had a men's team, we all say like be in different places. Anyways, how are you?
I'm glad you have that.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah.
And you're in therapy?
Yeah, well, I'm actually in the middle of finding a new one.
Oh, why is that?
Oh, because I moved.
Oh, you moved?
Moved.
Where'd you move?
To Atwater Village.
We're neighbors.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
Takes me 12 minutes to get here.
Yeah, we're really close. Yeah, you used to be in,
Culver
City. You were in Culver City, and then didn't you guys move from that apartment, you and the two gals?
No, we lived in that apartment.
Oh, you lived in that apartment? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who was you and who were the last tenants?
This girl named Joanna and this girl named Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've met them. Or no, maybe I did.
I don't know.
I feel like I've met.
You met Joanna, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say one of those names sounds familiar,
she came
both
to
sound Joanna or Jordan.
She came to one of the backyard shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So you're living in Atwater now.
So much better, man. I hate I don't have to drive an hour everywhere now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Culver City's a bit far.
Yeah.
I hear it's a bit expensive. Atwater's kind of coming up.
It's expensive. I got a really good deal.
Yeah, you can. I was gonna say you can around this area. I'm sure you can find a good deal. Good for you. Yeah, you're 12 minutes out. That's so cool. Oh my God, we're neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in Atwater. You don't have
I'm
to
like right on the boulevard. I'm like in one of those
specific.
neighborhoods.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I know Atwater Village too very well. I had two good friends who lived there,
Nice.
Mark and Ethan. So I saw it from when it was like a gang infested area to what it is
That's
now.
crazy. That's crazy. We see celebrities on that boulevard all the time.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen Chris Pine. I
Wow.
couldn't stop staring at him.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't either if I saw him.
Yeah. Very handsome.
Geez, of Chris Pine. Wait, just so I'm not confused. Star Trek.
Yes.
And Wonder Woman. Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good looking man there.
Yeah.
That Chris Pine. What was he doing in Atwater?
He goes there all the time.
He probably lives right there.
Yeah. He was just eating with his girlfriend. Yeah.
You think Chris Pine is his girlfriend pretty?
Oh yeah, she.
Probably not as pretty as him. Though,
she's
right?
in Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
I've never seen it, but I know
British
she's in
show?
it. She's British. Yeah, and she was in Tag.
Never saw.
Yeah.
Never
Anyway,
saw it, though.
she's beautiful. Yeah.
Good for them. Whatever. Anyways, no. So yeah. What was that like? Going back to firing the boys, if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah.
That must have been
Man,
hard for
it
you
was
because you had a like you made a decision.
It was hard.
You and Wesley who talked about it, and we're just like, we got to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was just way too much with Ismail. Like,
Right.
It was one show that like that was like the
Was
line.
it the
had
Power
been
Rangers
crossed.
one? Where you guys
It was a
dressed like
Halloween.
Power Rangers?
It was a Halloween one. It must have been the Power Rangers one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he left in the middle of the set.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He left in the middle of the set. I was like, what? And he messed up like almost everything.
Right.
It was very embarrassing. I was like, I'm trying to like, this is my like career.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do this. Like, you're my really good friend, but like, man, you got to get your shit together.
Yeah. Exactly. I think that was a really big wake up call. For him.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it was hard. I felt so bad.
Yeah. It's hard firing somebody, especially from a band. It's kind of like a breakup.
Yeah.
I was just talking about
It
with
is.
Dave Benitez, because it's these relationships you have, and it's like, okay, time to go.
Yeah. I'm so glad though that we're all friends.
Yeah.
Like, that's freaking awesome that everybody could be like very adult about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're all crazy, so.
Yeah.
And I think we get each other. I'm sure I've mentioned this on here. Growing up was very interesting because I didn't have any friends. My only friends were my cousins, but they're my family, so it's still a little, it's like I still didn't have friends that weren't musicians. It still felt, or that wasn't me. Well, I'm getting somewhere with that. And so I met this like artistic guy in high school, and he was really cool, and started making more friends. But he went to college, and I just went to film school. But he was saying something like, when you go to college, you meet I met everybody that was just like me. And I never got to have that because it was a bunch of film school nerds.
Yeah.
And me, which I was a film geek, but I don't know, there was still something that was missing. And then I finally started playing music, and I was like, I found my people. I really did. I like meeting Ismail and Luis was a big start of it, but he's my uncle.
Wait, in real life?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that? After all this time, really?
No.
Yeah, we're related to each other.
I thought that was like a thing. Yeah, I didn't know it was like a real thing.
No, it's a real thing.
Aww.
Yeah, he's my real uncle.
So do you guys see each other on Thanksgiving and stuff?
No.
Oh.
Never. Well, that's the weird thing. So he's half brother with my my mom.
Okay.
Okay. So he's still technically my uncle. I mean, his father is my grandfather, but his mom is not my grandmother. But a real sweet lady. She actually used to take care of us when we were younger. After high school, because he lived literally there's the parking lot of the high school and then his house. So we just go over, afterwards and they'd watch us. But then he moved away for 10 years to San Francisco, and he came back and I was all like, oh, I remember my Luis. I always loved him. Like,
Yeah.
and I went to one of his shows where he was performing, and then he invited me to go see a show that we both liked, and then he was all like, hey, I play guitar. I know you play drums. You want to like try jamming? And that's how Mango Napalm started.
That's amazing.
And then we started meeting all these other musicians, and Ismail was like one of the first on the audio, and I was like, these are my people.
How did you meet them?
You don't know this story?
Mm-mm.
So Mango Napalm played a show at the UBG, and we used to, because it was only the two of us, we would both be kind of like in the front.
Yeah.
And Ismail and Eladio and Ismail's girlfriend at the time happened to just be there, just hanging out. And it was one of Chief's shows.
Yeah.
And Chief, and so they just wanted to go because Chief was there, and they knew that they would get in free and get like free booze.
Yeah.
So Ismail was drunk as fuck,
Uh-huh.
and he walks right up to the front of the stage and just stares at me the whole time. And after I play, and he's drunk as fuck, and after the song, he's all like, or after the set, he's like, dude, love you guys. You guys are so fun. You guys kind of remind me of us. I'm in a band called Decision Incision. You should check us out. Like, you know, we're kind of like each other. And I was like, okay, whatever, you drunk bastard. But I was like, I'll go check him out. And I go check him out. And who opens is the Black Heartthrobs. That's the first time I saw the Black Heartthrobs.
Oh, man.
And then what's also funny was it was Sharif's birthday.
Oh my gosh.
And Sharif was there, and when Decision Incision played, they invited Sharif to play. And this whole time, by the way, Ismail and Eladio are friends with Kathleen. And then I meet Kathleen completely separately from them.
No.
Yeah. Separately from them. And then we all just kind of like, I asked them, Kathleen, to be in the band, and then Ismail and Eladio were like, yeah, we know Kathleen, you know.
That's insane.
Yeah, such a small world.
Yeah.
That's how that whole family started.
Aww.
Yeah. So, I can't believe you never knew that story.
No, I didn't.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's us.
I like it.
And the rest. And then we met you,
Yeah, at that show.
At Trip with Vince. Have you heard what's going on with Vince?
I don't know. Does anybody know?
Yes.
What?
David Benitez and Jane were invited to one of his shows.
What?
Yeah. So
He has a show?
He had a show. I don't want to go into full detail, and I'll tell you afterwards. But he had a show, and let's just say he's very much into Jesus now.
Okay.
And he was just playing more like kind of Christian-inspired rock and roll.
Okay.
And it was cool to at least see Vince playing music again. Because it was like he just stopped.
He just like dropped off the map. Yeah.
But apparently he was always kind of a religious guy.
Oh, okay.
And I think he's now really into it, you know, whatever. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for whoever. I don't judge anymore like I used to.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a good niche to get into though. No, I'm saying like.
Yeah, for reals.
Yeah.
That's what Cartman did.
I have a friend. She's like she's the head of a Christian label, and they just got signed to Capitol.
No way. What?
Yeah.
Capitol Records?
Yeah, the Christian section of Capitol.
Oh, okay. No, well, yeah.
But it's like, you know, a lot smaller.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a good niche.
That's what I've actually
into that.
That's what I've actually started calling Twisted Black Soul Christian rock music.
Yeah, that's good. I think the Christian community really needs to hear what you guys have to say.
I think we do.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I have a song called Whore, and I could just say it's about Mary Magdalene.
Yeah.
The song's about Mary Magdalene. But you're not a Christian. You're a hippie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm spiritual.
You're spiritual. So am I.
Yeah.
What's your kind of belief?
You know, I think all of the religions have everything's very similar.
Sure.
So it's just kind of like
be kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be kind and honest.
Yeah.
I really love Joseph Campbell. Do you know about Joseph Campbell?
I know the name. I can't.
You might know him from Star Wars. He was really good friends with George Lucas.
Oh, really?
And,
was he kind of the guy that kind of like
inspired
the Force and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I thought it was all George Lucas.
So I kind of base I love his philosophy and just about like myths and and how all religions like have this similar common denominator.
Yeah.
So
There is like it's weird because I was like a huge atheist right out of high school, but like there was so many like weird magical things that happened in my life that just can't be explained, and it didn't feel random,
right.
and it can't. It's that part of the life that just can't be explained.
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people want to call it religion or
Or
connect to
God.
it with God.
Yeah.
And it's just
I just wish it wasn't like. I just wish like we could all understand that we're all one and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what. Have you heard of the omega point?
Mm-mm.
So the omega point theory. There's like a couple different versions of this theory, but the one I read this book, where the omega point is basically where once everyone kind of achieves like oneness, that's actually when God will exist. And that God doesn't exist right now, but when we're all together as one and kind of figure out as a society that like we should all be into this together, that's when God exists. That's when God will happen, the omega point.
Yeah.
And that apparently there's like, in the Bible is translated, the Old Testament is translated incorrectly where it says like God said this in past tense. It's more like God will say this. Like all this stuff is actually what will happen in the future.
Oh, wow.
This like future time or whatever, which is very interesting. So I don't know.
I'd like to know more about that.
Yeah. I can't remember what the book's called, but I don't know. I'll text it to you or something.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. Crazy. I don't know. There's a lot of science and stuff I couldn't really understand. But.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we're all very powerful beings and we all have God in, God, the universe, whatever. It's all in us.
Yeah. True.
But imagine if we put that power together.
Yeah.
I mean,
it'd be amazing.
We could accomplish anything if we just all were on the same page.
Yeah. And that's what's so fun about music or being in a band is that you all get to like just create sounds together and music and songs, and then like it's otherworldly. You can't explain music.
Exactly.
That's why being a musician is so cool. And thank you. We're almost out of time.
All right.
Sierra, geez. Honestly, I was a bit nervous to interview you. I was like, we hadn't talked in a long time, and I felt bad because I haven't been to any of your last shows, so I was like, but it was good catching up with you.
Yeah, you too.
I was like, that was kind of my context.
We had a pretty deep conversation.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Yeah. I'm glad. Yeah, good luck with everything.
Thank you.
And
check out my single, January 11th.
January 11th, yeah. What else you got?
That's the main thing.
Okay, January 11th.
Just pay attention to that. You look like my next ex.
Okay.
Come to the release show, too.
Sounds good.
It's the day before my birthday.
Oh, perfect. Oh, all right. Well, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.